Madden football.
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. Off we go from Vegas. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That is hard. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and go right back on track.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Out quickly, and it's Adams. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's in. Dylan Lobby. Touchdown, Raiders. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On second down, Hurts. Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goddard. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. So after 1, 7-0 is... Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Raiders offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this. Didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense and receiver Devontae Smith take the field for their next drive. As we enter the final weekend of the regular season, he's trying to hold on, capture the crown as the NFL leader in receiving yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and 6. Tight end motioning left. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Now Hurts. That one caught by Smith. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
1st down, Eagles.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Hurts will try it again. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Again, Hurts. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are on top. It's 14-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And the Eagles are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On play action, Hurts taking a shot down.
Defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back down the field. They nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own, and at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly,
and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt as this drive quickly stalled out. So he's on to punt it away. This kick Hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Eagles offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Here's 3rd and 2. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run, and this is Dylan Laube. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Now it's Hurts. There's that man again. Another catch. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Hurts again. That's caught. Saquon's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
To the air again. Hurts. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Robert Spillane spills him there. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the... An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's Barkley. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles are out to a 21-10 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've...
And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. On the return is Rodgers. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he has been a big play guy all season. Currently ranked among the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's not going to outrun the defense and push him back out of bounds. A loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down. But so far, that has proven to not be the case.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now Barkley. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On 2nd down, Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Hurts will try it again. That's taken in. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down. Well, they continue to go his way on almost every play now. That is 20 catches in the game, one shy of the all-time record. Again, Hurts. And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Raiders 18. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. It's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A nice throw from the 2nd-round pick. It'll get him a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
13 more yards.
First down throw there is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. That sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Open man, downfield, it is Adams. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. And they'll stop it just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. First and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in, and they're going to bring him down. There is a penalty marker on the field.
That penalty is declined.
Here we go. First and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover.
The rule changes on kickoff, Mike. It's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
They'll run. It's Barkley. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. A second down throw for Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open, and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat-out dominant.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the number